So one of the things I do to help me out for the week for my husband's lunches or snacks is I just boil some hard-boiled eggs. Sometimes I do a full dozen. Sometimes I just do half a dozen like now. And I'll just give him a couple of these just, a couple times a week just to throw in for an extra little snack. So I'm just going to drain these and get them peeled and ready to go. Okay, so the eggs are all peeled, sliced in half, and they're just salt and peppered. I just put them in this Tupperware and then stick this in the fridge for easy access for snacking. Sometimes I throw one on top of a salad. Mainly I'm going to use them to throw in my husband's lunch as a snack. So again, this is just one of the few things that I do for kind of making my week a little bit easier. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is something for myself. I do this once in a while, just using different combinations of things. I'm going to put together some snack bags for myself using some of the Trader Joe's. This is the pumpkin spice granola clusters. So I'm going to use some of this. I'm going to use some organic banana chips. I'm going to use some of the cinnamon roasted almonds from Trader Joe's as well. And then I just have about a half a bag of craisins that I want to use up, I think, before they expire. I'm pretty sure they have another couple months, but I just want to use them up because I already have a backup full bag of craisins. So a good way to use it up. I cleaned out my pantry last night, so I'm kind of trying to do things and make different things. And these snack bags are really good for me when I'm in a hurry, which is most of the time, because I try to cram too many things into my day, which I know we all do. And sometimes I find that if I don't have a snack with me that's appealing, or usually even just a snack at all, I end up sometimes turning to fast food or like eating a bag of chips. So this is just a little bit healthier of a way for me to have something all ready to grab. Okay guys, so I made 6 of these up. I put 2 in my handbag so I can put them in my car next time I'm in my car. And then these 4 I'll put in my pantry in an organizational bin that I can see right when I open the door. And it just came out really good. The pumpkin spice granola is nice and chunky, so it feels more like a snack. And then the bananas are perfect. Trader Joe's has some of the best tasting banana chips I've ever tried. And I've tried a lot of them. And then I have some craisins sprinkled in there. And then there's also the cinnamon roasted almonds as well. And just the 4 items just work really well together. And believe it or not, even though these are snack bags, they actually are pretty substantial. I've made pretty close to this combination before, and you're pretty deceived on how much they actually tide your appetite, even though they are small. So these will last me for the week. I'll probably just grab one, when the 2 in my handbag run out each morning. And I usually find myself having times in the car when I am waiting for my son, to pick up my son from school. A lot of mornings we go to my son's speech therapy and I don't have time to always eat breakfast. So these are just a really good snack to grab as a busy mom or just a busy person, even to throw it in your bag if you're going to work. So again, just trying to show you guys some of the things I do to set myself up for success, to stay on a little bit healthier of a path. And, it saves money to do things like this rather than spend money on, fast food or stopping at a convenience store and getting something. And at least with these, another nice thing is you have portion control because they are in the smaller bags, which is nice because you're not eating, 5 portions in one kind of a snack. So that is what I just finished working on. I'm going to put these away and on to the next. Okay guys, now I'm just working on some bags of cut up celery sticks. I just took half of the celery hearts in here. I just need this 1/2 for cooking and recipes. And then the other half I figured I would cut up. My husband really likes celery with like ranch dip or peanut butter. So I'm probably going to cut up I have 3 here. I might cut up 1 more bag. I won't give him these every day, so I might just stick with these 3. But I have these 3 bags just portioned out equally. With roughly the same amount of celery in each bag. Again, they're all washed and cleaned, chopped nice, and then a couple I'm going to put the Jif to go, these just peanut butter packets in. I'll just put it right in the bag in 2 of them, and then the other one I'll just put a little Tupperware of ranch dressing. And these are just kind of really quick snacks he could even eat in his truck if he was driving between jobs. And again, he really likes celery, so I do this once in a while, again with either peanut butter dip or ranch dip. Another thing I whip up pretty often are different pasta salads. This weekend I am doing a just regular sort of Italian style pasta salad. I'm just going to use these tricolor rotinis here. And then what I do is whatever I have in my veggie drawer, pantry, that kind of thing. I just do a different combination every time. So this time I'm just going to use these 2 small peppers, probably half of this English cucumber, just a chunk of this red onion. I'm going to cut up some of this pepperoni. I'm going to use some of these artichoke hearts, just chop them up. I'm going to throw in some black olives. And then I have this jar of roasted red peppers. I'm just going to drain them and chop them up as well, just to use them up. And then I'll just toss everything in Italian dressing and add some Parmesan cheese on top. I like to make cold salads to throw in my husband's lunches. And also they make a really quick, easy lunch for myself during the week on those really busy days. And sometimes I even just throw it in a Tupperware and take it with me in the car if it's just a really particularly busy day. So again, I make different pasta salads all the time. I recently have discovered that BLT one that I posted the recipe video for. I make this one all the time. I also make a mayonnaise-based one for my husband. I don't really like mayonnaise-based pasta salads personally, but I make him the tuna macaroni salads. I make him potato salads, things like that. So this is, again, this video is just showing the things that I'm doing this particular weekend to set me up for success for the week. Alrighty, so just finished my pasta salad. And I just added the dressing. I'm just giving it kind of a final stir. And then I'm going to cover this and put this in the fridge for a couple hours because the dressing needs to absorb into the pasta, and then I can gauge how much more I need to add. Chances are, guys, I'm just going to have to use this last little bit in the bottle. But again, I want to let the flavors kind of soak in together. So in a couple hours, I will take it out of the fridge, give it a stir, probably again add this little bit here, which is less than 1/4 cup. And then I'm going to portion this out for the week for my husband's lunches and my own lunches. So I will show you how I do that in a couple hours. Alright guys, so a couple hours have gone by and I just took my saran wrap off of my pasta salad. I'm just giving it a quick stir. Just going to taste a noodle here and see. I'm just going to go ahead and add the rest of that dressing. Again, it's a very small amount, less than 1/4 cup. So it's a nice way to use up this bottle as well. And that is all it's going to need. So I'm just going to stir it one more time. And then I'm going to go ahead and get four portions of this. So I have these smaller sort of 1 portion. I believe these are roughly, so we have 2 this size, which are about 1 cup. And then there are 2 smaller ones here, which are great for like a little side dish or, you know, something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get these into the Tupperware, and so they're all portioned out and ready to grab. Okay guys, so I have them in the individual portions. Again, this one is about 1 cup, and I packed them in pretty tight. I put a little Parm cheese in the middle as well as on the top. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get my lids on. Really love this set of Tupperware. And these will be all ready to grab in the morning when I'm packing my husband's lunches, as well as for myself for a quick lunch or a quick snack, you know, like a late morning snack or sort of an afternoon snack before dinner kind of thing. The smaller ones are probably really good for that. And then I do have some pasta salad left in addition to what I have portioned out that I'm just going to transfer into a smaller container and then just have that. But again, I really like doing things like this where it's all portioned out, just because at 5 o'clock in the morning when I'm up packing my husband's lunch, I need all the help I can get because I'm pretty much still half asleep. So I'm going to go ahead and get these into the fridge, and hope you guys enjoyed seeing this.